Okay, in this video, we're going to build a postcard retargeting campaign for whenever somebody visits a website, and then it's going to send a postcard with a scannable QR code that lets you know when somebody scans the postcard. So here we are in Thanks.io. I've clicked on image templates, and I'm going to design a new postcard here, and I've kind of got this started up. And this is going to be very simple. It's just got the company logo. Thanks for recently visiting the website. And it has a call to action, text value report 2. It's got a text call to action to quickly find out what your Pinellas County home might be worth in today's hot market. Or you can scan the QR code on the other side of this card. And we'll talk about how that QR code gets there in just a second. So I'll save this image to the account. So that'll be saved here as an image template right there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a mailing list that this card will be going to. So I'm going to go to mailing lists on the left side. And I'll create add list, and then I'll create a retargeting list, and we'll call this Forever Florida Real Estate.com visitors, like so. And then when I go into the mailing list, the postcard retargeting feature that I alluded to is right here. You see where it says retargeting code right here, like so. You can actually get a push notification when addresses are added or not. So I'll click that. So it'll actually give you a little notification in your browser. And then right here is this piece of code. Now the CRM that's being used here is KV Core, so I'm going to very quickly drop this into the website. If you're, whatever website platform you're using, you're just going to put this in the footer section or, after the end of the body there in your website code. So I've got that code pasted right here. I'll hit save. And now what will happen is whenever somebody visits the website, this activity will occur. You'll see right here it says Forever Florida Real Estate wants to know your location. And if the person hits allow, what it'll do is it'll try to find if the Thanks.io system has high certainty that the address is accurate. There's some things we do behind the scenes with the APIs we use. Then it'll go ahead and it'll add the location. We check to see if the person's on a mobile connection or an at-home Wi-Fi. If they're on mobile, we ignore it. But if somebody's at home on their internet and we think we know the location with a high degree of certainty, when that person clicks allow, the address will then be added to the KV Core mailing list. So you can see there's now an address that's been pulled in right here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the QR code. And you can see here right in the mailing list section where it says tracking URL, enter URL to generate a QR code. So what I can do is I can set the URL. In this case, it'll be for that particular offer, which was to get a value report. And so I'll grab a web page URL from that website that's relevant for. In this case, it'll just be the URL /sell.php. If you happen to be a KV Core user, yours will just be your website /sell.php, and I'll click update. So what'll happen is whenever somebody actually is mailed a postcard from the process we're setting up right now, there'll be a QR code at the top right of the message side of the postcard that will then show the redirect people over to that page on the website to get a home value report. So it'll be this page over here. And one of the really cool things that'll happen, not only is it tracked, but it'll actually email you and let you know that the person scanned the QR code, which is very interesting. The next thing I need to do now is I'm going to create a message template that gets attached to this image. And again, the QR code is going to go on this message template side. You may not see this in the preview right here. I'll try to bring up a preview for you, but we're working on building it out so that it does show the live preview. But just know it goes right up in this section at the top right. There'll be a nice QR code that says scan me right there. So we'll say, hi, thanks for visiting Forever Florida Real Estate.com recently. Feel free to come back and search again. And if you'd like to check the value of your Pinellas County home right now, go ahead and scan QR code at the top right of this page. Thanks. Okay. And then, I might put the Delia, the broker Delia Davidson, and her contact info here in a minute. We'll edit this later. But you click Save Message Template. And again, like I said, up right here where it says thanks, there'll be a QR code. Notice we got our handwritten font there. We can choose a different handwriting font, whatever fits your personality style. You can now also change the colors of the ink to red, purple, blue, and black, I believe, right here. And I think we may have orange as well. So I'll just leave it blue for now, like so. And we've got that set up. I'll just say thanks for visiting is the name of this template. And now the final step in this process is I need to tell the Thanks.io system that whenever somebody lands on this mailing list, right, this visitor's mailing list from that automatic code when they allowed the address, I just need to tell the system that I want to send that particular image template. Remember, we had the one right here. So I'll actually name this so I know, Postcard Retargeting. And the specific message that I just created. So to do that, I just go to Create Campaigns right here. I click Add New Campaign. I select my mailing list. I select my message template. That'll be thanks for visiting. I select an image template. And I say, hey, go ahead and send that one day after. It'll go out the next day after they were added. And I can choose 6x9 or 4x6. I'll stick with the 4x6 for now. Start campaign. And now if we look at the preview after we send our order, you'll see the whole postcard like so. Right here. So the front side, and then you've got, it tells the person to flip over, and then you can see the scan code. And if this is scanned, again, an email notification goes out letting you know that the person who received this scanned it. So it's very cool stuff. You can actually, then follow up again. And coming soon in the future, we'll actually be building a way that on these scans, you can trigger a webhook or a zap or something that creates further actions in your CRM. That's a little more advanced and geeky, but we're going to do a lot of fun things with these QR codes right here. So again, the whole funnel, somebody visits your website. This is postcard retargeting would be the term. They click allow address. I'm not sure it's going to do it again for me here because I already did it on this browser, but remember we had our allow address thing right here. The person gets added into a thanks.io mailing list and then automatically gets a card like the one you see on the screen. And I guess you can start to see how if you're driving traffic to your website, this is a great way to build a little bit of an address-based database, how to kind of remind them of what they were doing if they were on your site before. In this case, a lot of the visitors to this website are probably searching for real estate, but there's a good chance a lot of them might own a home in the area. So this kind of makes that separate offer, reminds them about the brand name, tells them to come back to the website, and then gets them engaged and checking their home value right there. And the icing on the cake is that when this QR code is scanned, you're notified that an action was taken. So www.thanks.io. Just hit us up in the chat inside the dashboard if you need any help setting up a flow like this for your business.